Hello friends, I am Ankit and welcome to my channel. I am here with my daily predictions and analysis for US30 and US100. So far, throughout the day, both the indices traded fairly in the range and close to yesterday's high, the high at which the markets closed yesterday. As predicted, we had expected that US100 will cross 15,000 and in fact might touch 15,100 levels, and US30 will definitely cross 35,800 and may head towards 35,880, and beyond that 36,000 plus levels were the target. But yes, it failed to go beyond and stayed below the levels. Now, what will happen today? Let's have a look with the help of candlestick charts and indicators. Remember, there is a CPI data which will follow, but whether charts speak it out in advance, we'll look into the charts now. We'll start with the US100 first, then it will be followed with US30, and I'll be giving you the trading levels at the end of every analysis. That is first US30 100 we'll look into. At the end of US100, I'll give you the trading levels where you can profit as per the entries mentioned. Now this is the 4-hour charts. On the 4-hour charts, it has got its support at 14,970, very clear. Also 15,000, trying to give it a support. Now it is trying to build a base above 15,000 levels. Obviously with the data it can rise, but as I said, the indicators, the stochastic and the other indicators are extremely at overbought levels. The stochastic on the daily chart is also on the overbought levels. Hence, I am expecting a drop, and that is possible. So if it drops below 4970 now, definitely it will try to fall sharply. At the same time, once it goes past 15,100, we may see a sharper rise which can take it towards 15,200 plus levels can be seen. In fact, 15,270 and 15,350 can also be expected, but whether that will happen or not, we have to see with different time frame charts. Right now on a 4-hour chart, another observation on a near term, see, this is the consolidation zone between 14,600 to 800. Then there is a sharp rally, it has seen a drop, sharp rally, it is trying to stabilize, trying to form a base, and from here probably, see, this is going to be the lower highs, and from here it can start its journey towards on the downside. This is another probability which it can try to continue with. So this is one of the expectation. However, any break beyond 15,100 will be a very good sign that it can rise. Now look at the 3-hour charts. On the 3-hour charts, this is the downward trending channel it was trying to form. Now this is breaking out of this and trading beyond this zone. And also look at this, see, a minor retracement, taking the support at 4970, trying to rise, second greener candle, probably it may give you third greener candle also. However, any break below 4970, that is a reversal of this candle, definitely it will follow a downward approach where the next support will come into picture at 14,880 and below levels. So then 14,880 and 14,828.30 levels to follow. Below that it will fall sharply again towards 14,700 and below levels. Now look at the 2-hour charts. On the 2-hour charts, the story is same. However, it is shying off the highs which it has formed. The support is there at 14,970, and since long, it is since today morning, it is trying to trade it within this channel, within this zone, that is between 14,970 to 15,060, 15,070 levels. But whether that can cross it or not, whether it can cross 15,100 and can trade below, that is the question. Any long only is recommended beyond 15,100. That is the level at which I will recommend you to go long, else I am still hopeful of a drop. Now look at the hourly charts. On the hourly charts, it is clearly from here, see, another observation, how beautifully on the hourly charts it is formed. Low is formed, retracement, lower highs, sharper drop, support, higher highs has been formed and trying to take it off. So once it drops definitely below 14,970, we may see a sharper drop, and also beyond 15,100 it can give you a sharper move on the upside. So in between this 130 points, the total game or the total trade is set up in between these 130 points, where we'll be just looking and observing whether it tries to break or it tries to fail below these levels. Now let's have a look at the daily charts. On the daily charts, One observation is it is trying to form a lower high and it is failing to go past by. Second observation, it is trying to form this tail because it is trading at the top of this candle. Hence, once it breaks 15,100, definitely it will try to fly higher. Once it breaks 15,100, see the tail is being formed there. Then after that, the candle will look something like this, where the tail will be there and it will try to form a body, and it can try to head towards 15,220, 15,270 plus levels can also be expected. Now after this zone, it will try to, the rally might stop only here at 15,500. So once it goes beyond this zone at 15,100, we can expect 15,270, 15,350, and beyond that 15,500 can also be expected. If not today, then tomorrow possibly it might happen. On the downside, we can see lower highs been formed on the daily charts, and hence if it tries to break, definitely there is a support which will come into picture at 14,700 level. So if it continues to drop below 14,970, then definitely 14,880, 14,830 levels are there which can provide a stronger support. Now let's have a look at the indicators. And looking at the indicators here, you can see the 20 moving average giving it a support on at around 14,650 levels, and the 50 moving average giving it a support at around 14,830, 840 levels. So any drop below 14,830, 840 might take it towards 14,600, 14,640 levels or so by tomorrow, if not today. Now look at the DPO is still in red, and directional movement is still in red. Overbought here, but yes, see there is a divergence, there is a gap between this black and the red line. Probably a drop today might make them cross over, and then it will try to fall. This is what we can expect, else a greener candle will definitely make it further diverge, and it can sustain these overbought levels for a little longer. Now look at the MACD lines are parallel and are still in buy zone, and RSI is comfortable. This is on the daily charts. Let's have a look at the 4-hour charts. On the 4-hour charts, there is a strong support lying here, and also this 50 exponential trying to give it a little resistance at around 15,020. Also there is a strong support at 14,800 to 14,900 zone. In between this zone, it might try to achieve and then probably bounce back, but I think failing this zone at 14,830, 800, definitely it will correct sharply again towards 14,650 levels or so. But it appears that I am little biased towards a drop, but these are markets, anything is possible. Direct DPO is in buy zone, directional movement is green, but stochastic is overbought here. Remember, it is overbought, looking down, and it can correct sharply. One or two sharp red candles will take it towards oversold position, and then we can see a little rise that is can be expected. Else right now it is dropped a little, it can again try to enter into an overbought position, continue here and then drop. So this is also another probability. And look at the MACD is running parallel, trying to converge. RSI is comfortable. Considering all this, let me jump to the levels directly. So for the day, I recommended today morning also that any long is recommended once it goes past 15,100. You can take a long entry. Definitely you can take a long entry here. From here it will try to give you a definitely sharp rise on the upside. So from here the next target is 15,180. Let me correct it a bit. So after 15,100 you take a long entry. You can expect 15,180, 15,220, and then 15,270. Now here it may try to achieve, and beyond that it will try to head towards 15,350, and by tomorrow definitely it might try to hit this zone at 15,500. Now if it's not today, then tomorrow if it trades above this zone at 15,100, it might see a stronger rise can be expected. At least 15,270, 350 zone it might try to definitely achieve. On the downside, once it breaks 14,950, I have given a support at 14,970, but I am taking 20 points of cushion. Below 14,950 you can go short. You can expect 14,880 to provide a support, and once 14,880 is taken, it will try to drop sharply towards 14,830 and 14,780. If it drops below 14,780, then sky is the limit. It will drop towards 14660 levels and 14620 will come into picture. These are markets, anything is possible, it can drive into either side. Right now appearing to be, see, the data is trying to make it a drop from 15037 to 151416, and it is trying to drop. I think the data appears to be negative for the sentiments, and as we had expected, it is dropping, and it is dropping, but it can bounce back. See, taking the support right now, you can see here we are looking at these points, and you can see here it is trying to drop. It is dropping hardly. That is what we had expected, that it might drop, but see, still the drop is not. Yes, it is falling sharply, and I think by the time I am making a video, I have certain orders pending, and yes, that is what we had expected, that I am expecting a drop, and that is what exactly has happened. But whether it can sustain below levels or not, we'll see. Now let's move towards US30. Now look at US30. US30 clearly has got a resistance here. It has formed like a top of a building, try to go on the upside. As I said in the morning itself, any long was recommended only beyond 35,880 levels. Till the time it remains below 35,880, we should not expect it to go long. Also, you can see now it is trying to break this zone. It is trying to come out of this triangle and probably trying to take a drop. Now, how far this could drop? Now, if this drop continues here, we can expect this zone at 35,550. Now, this is the zone which it might try to hit if it continues to drop. 35,550 is certain. And below that, you can see there is a liquidity gap. These sharp rises are never been so these sharp rises are a liquidity gap where you can see the less volumes and mighty moves or larger moves, and hence these levels are need to be covered. If it breaks 35,550, we can expect it to drop sharply again towards this zone. Maybe by tomorrow we might see 35,200 levels, and then you can expect it to drop again later on. But right now it appears to be bearish. The data, we can say it the data, but since today morning I had said that we are expecting a break. By the time I am making a video for Nasdaq 100, I said that I am expecting it to drop, and that is what has happened. And I hope you all are enjoying the analysis. So this is how the charts speak. Look at the 3-hour chart. See, now also we can consider this as reversal. Almost you can see this has formed a double top. Only if it breaks 35,880, I will consider this as reversal. It will continue in this path and achieve higher highs toward 36,000 levels. Till the time it is below these levels, it might try to cover this complete gap towards 35,550 and 35,450 levels. It can try to hit. Below that, there is a sharp gap which it needs to cover. The next support level at 35,300 and then next support level at 35,100 will come into picture. These are markets. Anything is possible. Any drop below 35,550 will be a very good indication to go short. Now look at the 2-hour charts. On the 2-hour charts, similar is the story, and yes, it is looking forward to a drop as it has formed a double top trying to come out of this zone and breaking below. Now if it breaks it, the next support level will come into picture at first at 35,550 and then at 35,400. Below that, sky is the limit. It will drop towards 35,300 and 35,100 level. Look at the hourly chart. Similar is the story, nothing much to say. And let's have a look at the daily charts. And since morning I had said, now interestingly on the daily charts, the support here is at around again 35,350 levels. So if it continues to drop, it can try to hit this zone at 35,350. Double top has been formed. A very clear indication that it is failing to go on the upside and trying to drop. Probably it might try to trade here, and in fact it can try to make 35,550, and once 35,550 is taken, then probably 35,500, then 35,400, 35,350 levels should be achieved today itself. Now let's have a look at the indicators. Now on the indicators, on the daily charts, you can find the 100 period moving average might provide it support at 35,600. Now once 35,600 is taken, it will directly lend to 35,500, 35,400 levels should be achieved, and below that 35,350 and 35,200 should come into picture. Now look at the directional movement is in green, but it is looking downwards. It may again enter into sell zone. Directional movement is again entering into sell zone. Overbought is the call on the daily charts, and hence may try to cool a bit, but let's see whether it can sustain these levels or not. Any long obviously is recommended only on the upside once it breaks 35,880. Else, see, it has formed a tail. It will form the tail and can rise also. MACD lines are running parallel and are divergent, indicating bullish, but probably we might not, as on the 4-hour charts. On the 4-hour charts, you can find that there is a support coming into picture at 35 400 500, then 35 200 300 zone. So probably it might hit 35 550 and from rise from there, or else it can drop. If it drops below 35 550, we can expect 35 500 35 400 35 350 zone. A sharp convergence can be seen here. If it crosses over, it will again enter into sell zone and then it will drop sharply. See, this is what in today's morning analysis I told very clearly, that it will try to give you a couple of red candles and probably drop here. This is what I told in my Nasdaq analysis also, and this is what we can see here on the MACD lines also. So see, technical analysis is very important. It shows you what is going. It clearly tells you what is going to happen in future. RSI is trying to drop. So considering all this, let me jump to the levels. So I think the data is not so good. 200 points have been shed in almost 5-10 minutes. And now let me give you the levels to trade for. Any long entry, 35,880 is the level. Once it breaks 35,880, you can go long. You can expect 36,050, and then beyond that it can head towards 36,150. 36,150 can also be expected. Beyond that it will fly towards 36,300. Now see, only beyond 35,880 you should go long, else one can remain short. Only this was the level I had told you in the morning analysis also. I am repeating it again, and since morning it has failed to break this level. And you can remember, I have told you today morning also, one can remain short till the time it remains below 35,880. Now almost it is trading almost 200 points drop, with a 200 points drop now. So I hope you all have profited. But yes, the levels to go short till the time it remains below 35,880, I think one can go short, and one can expect the next support here. See, I have to give all the support levels. I have to be agnostic that what levels it is trading right now. In fact, it is trading at 35,630 levels, but I have to be agnostic of it, and what my analysis says, I have to share this. Now, only short I will recommend once it drops below 35,750. So once it drops below 35,750, because we have seen this level giving it a support. Now below this it will try to head towards 35,660. Then 35,550. Now these levels are definitely will provide a support. 35,550 is a very strong support. Only once it breaks below 35,550, I will recommend it to, it is to be bearish. Below that it will try to head towards 35,500, 35,420, and then 35,350. Now see, these are markets, anything is possible. It can shed 500 600 points in a day. We have seen 1000 points, we have seen more than that also in a day. So trade accordingly. Below 35,350, 35,200 is certain. By tomorrow, if it not today, then tomorrow it is possible that it might try to trade till here. But yes, breaking 35,880, definitely it will fly towards 36,000 plus levels. I think this level at 35,550 should provide a very strong support for any further drop. If it breaks, I think it should land towards 35,400 levels or so. So take your positions accordingly. This is all from my side. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Don't forget to press the bell icon. Don't forget to join the Telegram channel, and you can be part of my next mentorship session. That will definitely help you become a proficient and efficient trader. Thank you very much. Have a great profitable trading day ahead. Thank you.